Hey guys, this is our last video for the night. I promise. When I tell you I'm so tired, but I'm trying to push my normal 3 videos out per day, honey. But let's go ahead and jump in. We only have 3 topics, so I'm not going to hold you guys long. Everything said in this video is alleged, in my opinion. Thanks for being here, Rose. I see you, Velma Settler. Thanks for being here. All right, let's get into it. Let's go. We have a sneak peek for those of you that are watching the show, the Braxtons. We have a sneak peek for season 2, episode 4. We're going to look at that. We're going to check that out so you guys can see what's going on with that. So let's go ahead and share. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go ahead and watch. Shout out to OMFG Reality TV.
We can't be fighting like this.
Well, then they shouldn't fight. Thank you, love.
The thing about it, though, is that like I've been around y'all for a very long time, and I love you guys, all of you guys, right? Mm-hmm. And I've never really seen it like...
I've never seen it like that either. It was so much hate. It was so much anger, and I don't know where it came from. You know, the whole Ashley situation, you know, they got upset with me because I reached out to her and I was willing to give her a platform to tell her story and support her. And they didn't like it. And so they all stopped talking to me. And so I am not supposed to bring it up. I'm not supposed to say anything. The only thing that brings us together is the cameras. But I am the one who likes an audience. I was not coming back to this show to be the old school Tamar that I never want to revisit again. I was very clear about that. And here I am today, again, having to defend my character. And it's really disheartening because my sister Tracy is not with us, and this is not what she wanted. What makes you so angry that you want to do that to your little sister? For Tawana to bring something up that happened in 1995, we're in 2025 right now. Help me understand.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out, when did we fall out?
Tawanda's getting married. We're supposed to be all coming together as a family.
Tawanda hasn't talked to me since the last Braxton taping. I mean, obviously, I love my sisters. I came back to a show that I vowed to myself that I would never come back to. That's having love and dedication for your family. And what I get is a cease and desist and all of these accusations that is absolutely ridiculous and untrue.
You guys are sisters, and I've been a part of this experience.
But sometimes sisters don't like sisters. And they clearly don't like me. Fighting, standing up, throwing drinks. I'm having to defend myself, people pushing me, and I'm having to kick people and pull wigs. Like, come on, I ain't doing that. I have to protect my peace. I have to protect my son. And if I'm not well mentally, then I can't protect my kid and be here for my kid. I love my jobs and I love going to work. I love what I do. And I'm not getting ready to start with that kind of shenanigans. I can't waste my time with that. I can't. So they should film and have a good time. And I'm going to film and have a good time until somebody comes up to me and have a conversation. But I'm not interested.
I got you.
Yeah. I'm fighting for me. I got to put me first, Lucius.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Tell you, like, we can't be fighting.
Wow. So it sounds like they have a huge wedge in between them. I said the other night when we looked at something with the Braxtons that I feel like since Tracy's passing, it should have pulled them a little bit tighter, a little bit closer. But it seems like there's a huge wedge in between the sisters. It's crazy that Tawanda's not spoken to her sister Tamar since the last taping. That's been a while. But you talked to her when you needed her to give you some money. You talked to her when you needed her to give you that $30-something thousand because you needed a place to stay. You talked to her, in other times when you need something, when you needed a car. But when it's time for you to be a good sister and pick up that phone and just check in, and then not wait until something happens like with Tracy, where everybody then tries to run and try to, see what's going on with the other person. Sometimes it can be too late. I just really wish that they can figure this out. Again, I keep saying the one person that can bring them all together and stop all this mess is Mama Braxton. But when you pick favorites out of your kids, then this is the end result. I think there's a lot of demons going on between them. They're fighting a lot of demons, a lot of secrets. Y'all know every family have secrets, and it's sad that they're to that point where they're not getting along, where the sisters are not speaking to each other. That's not good. That's never good. So They need to figure it out. This season is really starting to be a drag. Watching them fight. Y'all know last season was all about Tracy. Now this season is all about them fighting and holding on to grudges. Now, when Tamar mentions that Tawanda said something about why would she bring up something that happened in 1995? So are you admitting that you may have slept with one of Tony's boyfriends or something like that? Because that's what the insinuation was when the argument took place, where Tawanda says that you slept with one of Tony's men, and then she said the name. So Tamar was saying, no, that didn't happen. But then right here, you're saying, why would she bring up something that happened back in 1995? So are you admitting that that may have happened now? Weird. I don't know. I don't know. I would hope they weren't sleeping with each other's men, but hey, whatever. I hope they figure it out, because it is a mess. Let's move along, honey. A mess. All right, so let's pull this up so y'all can see with me. We only have 3 topics, you guys. This is when I say quick, this is a quick live. Trying to keep y'all caught up on what's going on. So shout out to It's On Site. It says that the family of former Deputy Sean Grayson apologizes to Sonya Massey's loved ones after he's found guilty of second-degree unaliving for her, for taking her life. Okay. That's very big of them to do that. Now, they did not have to do that. It's sad. I think they knew that their son, who had a lot of issues prior to him being hired to that force, we heard, he was let go from the military for some things he shouldn't have been doing. And then he was also bounced around to 4 different police departments before he got to the one that he was working at whenever he took Sonya Massey's life. So he had a lot of things going on. Probably shouldn't have been a police officer, because it gives that he was very much so trigger happy when that situation took place. But let's go ahead and look at this video, because wow. Let's go.
To the Grayson family, what do you say to them? They were in the courtroom. You all obviously made eye contact at times. What's your message to them?
I feel sorry for them. The mother came over and apologized, and she said, we did not raise him that way, and I'm really sorry for your family. My heart goes out to them. We lost Sonya, but they lost a son, and what he did for Sonya, he has to pay. And they realize that.
You say Grayson's mother came up to you during the trial.
During the trial, and apologized not only to me, but to the entire family, especially Sonya's mother. We did not expect it, but we had been with this family on the other side, watching us, looking at us for months after months after month. Wow. And they would mumble, I'm so sorry. But to actually come over and touch us and tell us that they were sorry. There was one point that we didn't think we were going to be able to get in the courtroom. We had to fill out a list, and Mr. Wilburn made sure my name was on that list every day, and so did Donna's side of the family. But they had so many family coming in, and there was one point it didn't look like I was going to get in. And I said, hell, somebody's going to let me in. And guess what? Grayson's mom said, you can come in on our list, because they didn't have anybody over there. But because she felt sorry for the family, wow, and they wanted to offer some types of condolences, she said that they would allow us to come in on their side, but the judge would not allow it.
Knowing how divided this case has been for so many people, is there anything to be gained even from that story that you're telling me?
Just the fact that they're human as well. And we raise our children, but we don't know how they're going to turn out. And this is the worst case example of how a child can turn out. A monster.
To the Grayson family,
wow,
what do you say to them?
You know what? If someone took away one of my family members and it was in that way, I don't know if I could be so forgiving that quickly. I think that I would still have some anger and still be grieving to the point where I may not want to speak to or hear anything from the person that took away my family member, in that type of way. Even if they are trying to be apologetic, like, I hear you, but I don't want to hear you in this moment, because I'm still, a little upset at what may have happened. But that's big of the family of this man who took away Sonya Massey, for them to come over and offer condolences and say they were sorry, and even offered their list for the other family to come in, even though the judge denied it, to allow them to come in so they can be in on the case. So it sounds like the family knew that Officer Grayson, or Sean Grayson rather, was that he was in the wrong, and that he had been found, guilty of some other things during his, being in the military and some other situations that he had dealt with as well. So they knew who he was and what he dealt with, and they knew that this was total bullshit when he took this girl's life. So definitely, I'm happy that he got what he deserved in terms of being sentenced, and I'm happy that the family is able to take the apology and move on. I'm sorry, I ate something spicy, some Cajun earlier. But yeah, so shout out to them, man, for the apology. That's huge. That's big. That's big. But Grayson was originally charged with three counts of first-degree unaliving, plus an additional charge of aggravated battery with a firearm and official misconduct. Now, on October 29th of 2025, a jury found him guilty of second-degree unaliving in the July 6, 2024 unaliving of Sonya Massey, a 36-year-old unarmed Black woman who had called 911. Y'all remember that? Said that the sentencing range for second-degree unaliving in Illinois is 4 to 20 years in prison or potentially probation under the statute. So sentencing for Sean Grayson is scheduled for January 29th of 2026. Okay. So let's pray that he get the fullest extent of this sentencing. 20 years. Let's look for 20 years. He needs that because he's been getting away with a lot of stuff. So it's time. It's time for him so that the family can go ahead and rest and feel at peace with this situation. Okay. So yeah, shout out to them. Let's move along, honey. This is our last topic. We've been talking about for the last day now with Masika Kalisha. You guys know who she is from Love and Hip Hop. Y'all know her husband passed away in a head-on collision where someone was driving the wrong way on the highway, ran into his Tesla Cybertruck and unalived him. Sad. It was a BMW. I'm sorry. It was a BMW SUV that was driving the wrong way and slammed into his Tesla Cybertruck and unalived him. But she went live to give her take on what she feels. So it says that Masika shares her heartbreaking story about 3-year-old daughter Amari after revealing her father's death. Let's listen to this because this just dropped.
Nothing can prepare you for this. I have to go bury my husband. And, my daughter, she had a little toy hammer and a little...
She's kind of speaking a little low. I have it turned all the way up, guys. My apologies, okay?
Toy wrench. And she was like hammering away. And she said to my sister and her godmom and her nanny and to me all at different times, she said, Mommy, I gotta fix my daddy's car because his wheels came off and I gotta fix it. Mommy, I'm gonna fix it, Mommy. Nothing can prepare you for this.
So she says that she finally broke the news to her 3-year-old daughter that her father, which is Masika's husband, passed away in a car accident. So she says that I hope they didn't show her the picture because Masika is saying that the little girl says, Mommy, I gotta fix my daddy's car. Because she said something about the wheels fell off or something. So she says, Mommy, I gotta fix my daddy's car. I gotta fix the car. I really hope they didn't show her that picture because that was very... Ooh, let's continue.
How do you explain to a 3-year-old who just turned 3 when we told them last night? I asked her if she understood. She said yes. And I said, well, what do you understand, baby? Tell Mommy. And she said, I want to go to heaven with Daddy and God and they're going to give me candy.
That's so sad. So she's been making posts and kind of going live periodically since this. Sometimes when you just can go live or talk to some people get relief out of just talking to total strangers. Sometimes when they're going through something like that, everybody deal with grief differently. I know she made a post, and I meant to read that, where she was saying that she hate the person that ran into her husband and took his life. So, grief is in different stages. You go through, especially when it's something traumatic like this. She was saying in the post that she hate the person that took her husband's life and the person that was driving the wrong way and took her kid's father from them. It was sad. I was just like, wow, hate is a strong word. But then again, I get how she feels and why, because the person that was driving the wrong way, I don't know if they were drunk or what the hell was going on. But yeah, it was definitely a horrible accident. The person that was driving the wrong way also passed away in the accident, in addition to Masika's husband. So yeah, that's going to be something that she's probably going to need to go through grief counseling so that she can learn how to and where to place those feelings. And it would be great for her to take her daughter, because they have a way of explaining to her and kind of helping her through it as well, so that she doesn't, feel really bad about losing her dad as well, and go through different stages of grief and hopefully she can go through it in a healthy way. I've been through grief counseling before, and it does help. Okay. After I lost my dad, it was very helpful, because you just have some days you wake up and you feel one way, and the next day you just, I was just out of it for for a while. I said, I got to get some help, because I was just like going through it. But yeah, grief counseling definitely helps. Stay around family, stay around friends that you can talk to, loved ones, and people that can be there and kind of help you get through it. So it seems like Masika, I don't know what family members she have around her, but I know she's been going live a lot and making a lot of posts. So prayers up for her. You can see the hurt and the pain in her eyes. So prayers for her, man. I hope that she gets through this, because, man, that's hard. But that's it, guys. That is it for this live. Oh, I don't know why I ate something spicy tonight. Oh, my God. Got my throat burning. But thank you guys so much. This is the end of our video. Thank you to my top flight mods. Let me get back to my screen here. Yeah, that's sad, right? It is sad. And that's great that her daughter at just turning 3 years old can kind of articulate her feelings like that about her dad and about death, since she want to go to heaven with her dad like that. That's amazing. So thank you so much, True TV Podcast, Tyra, KBR, Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miss, Rose Armstead. Thank y'all so much for modding, doing an awesome job. This is the last video tonight. I know I worked y'all a little bit today, but thank you all for coming back. Thank you to all the content creators as well. Thank you to all of my Caramelians in the chat. I will see you guys regular time tomorrow. Said, yeah, I am. I got some ginger ale in there. I'm gonna go sip on some, because golly, I feel like I keep burping it up. So I got to before I go to bed, because I definitely can't lay down on that. But thank y'all. See you guys in the morning for Car Chronicles. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Okay. Bye. Let me give y'all some leaving out music. All right. Bye.